Yeah, of course. When I grew up with the Manchester City of Guardiola, when he arrived, what he done was just amazing. But now we know that City is one of the greatest clubs in the world, with the best player, the best team, the best campus. So everything is done to perform here and to do the best. Ayyoub Bouaddi, midfielder. No, I don't have a nickname. You can call me Ayyoub, just Ayyoub. I really like couscous. I would say good fella. I'm looking for play, win titles, and do my best.
Manchester City have officially confirmed the signing of highly rated midfielder Ayyoub Bouaddi from Lille, completing another major move as the club continues to rebuild its midfield. The 18-year-old midfielder has signed a 5-year contract with Manchester City, keeping him at the Etihad stadium until 2031. The transfer is reported to be worth up to around £86 million, including add-ons. Bouaddi arrives at City after making a remarkable rise at Lille. Despite his young age, he has already gained valuable first-team experience and has attracted attention from some of the biggest clubs in European football. Manchester City eventually won the race for his signature, making him another important addition to their midfield rebuild. The timing of the transfer is significant because City are reshaping their midfield. The club have experienced major changes in that area, creating the need for fresh quality and young talent. Bouaddi is seen as a player with the technical ability, intelligence, and versatility to develop into an important midfielder for Manchester City. He is comfortable receiving the ball, controlling possession, and helping his team defensively. The youngster has also made it clear how excited he is about joining the club. Bouaddi described the move as a very special moment for himself and his family, while making it clear that he considers Manchester City one of the biggest clubs in world football. For Manchester City, this transfer is not simply about the present, it is also a major investment in the future. At just 18 years old, Bouaddi has plenty of time to develop under the club's coaching staff and learn from some of the best players in the world. Reports indicate that the deal could also make Bouaddi one of the most expensive teenage signings in Premier League history, showing just how highly Manchester City rate his potential. City supporters will now be eager to see how quickly he can adapt to English football and whether he can eventually become a regular part of the first team. The signing also sends a clear message that Manchester City are serious about rebuilding their midfield and preparing the squad for the next generation. With Bouaddi now officially through the door, attention will turn to what Manchester City do next before the transfer window closes. But for now, the headline is simple. Ayyoub Bouaddi is officially a Manchester City player. The 18-year-old has signed until 2031, and City have added another exciting young talent to their squad. Manchester City have their man, Ayyoub Bouaddi, is officially a blue. Man City's £300 million midfield revolution. Maresca's big plan revealed Manchester City could be preparing for one of the biggest midfield rebuilds in the club's recent history, with the club potentially capable of spending more than £300 million to transform the middle of the pitch. The arrival of Enzo Maresca has brought a new direction at Manchester City, and one of his biggest priorities is believed to be rebuilding the midfield. City have already made a huge statement in the transfer market with the signing of Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest for a fee of around £116 million. But the club didn't stop there. Manchester City have also reached an agreement to sign highly rated midfielder Ayyoub Bouaddi from Lille in a deal that could rise to around £86 million. That means City are already committing close to £200 million to two midfielders. And the most interesting part is that the rebuilding process may not be finished yet. Manchester City have seen major changes in their midfield options. Players who previously played important roles in the team are no longer part of the long-term plan, while others are approaching the end of their time at the Etihad. This has left Maresca with the difficult task of creating a new midfield capable of competing at the highest level. For years, Rodri was the heart of Manchester City's midfield. The Spanish midfielder controlled games, protected the defense, and helped City dominate possession. Replacing a player of that importance was never going to be easy. But instead of looking for one player to replace Rodri completely, City appear to be building a midfield with several different qualities. Elliot Anderson can provide physicality, energy, and the ability to cover large areas of the pitch. Ayyoub Bouaddi, meanwhile, is one of the most exciting young midfielders in European football. Despite his young age, Bouaddi has already attracted huge attention because of his technical ability, intelligence, and maturity. City clearly believe that he has the potential to become an important player for the club, but there could still be another major signing. One of the names that continues to attract attention is Enzo Fernandez. The Argentine midfielder has already established himself as an important player at Chelsea, and his quality and experience would give Maresca another elite option in the centre of the pitch. Manchester City have also been linked with other midfielders as they continue to examine their options. The message from the club is becoming increasingly clear. This is not simply about replacing one player. Manchester City are rebuilding an entire midfield, and that explains why the spending could eventually go beyond £300 million. The club have the financial strength to make major investments, but they also understand that the midfield is one of the most important areas of the team. If City want to remain competitive in the Premier League and Europe, Maresca needs a midfield capable of controlling games, defending transitions, and creating opportunities. The new manager also wants his team to play with intensity and technical quality. That means the midfielders have to be able to press, move the ball quickly, and contribute both defensively and offensively. Anderson and Bouaddi could therefore be just the beginning. The next question is whether Manchester City will make another huge move before the transfer window closes. If they do, the total investment in the midfield could move beyond the £300 million mark. That would send a powerful message to the rest of the Premier League. Manchester City are not simply making small changes to their squad. They are preparing for a new era. The old midfield is gradually disappearing, and Maresca is building something completely different. Rodri's era has been incredibly successful, but Manchester City now need to find the next generation of players who can take the club forward. And with Elliot Anderson already arriving and Ayyoub Bouaddi also on the way, the foundations of that new midfield are already being put in place. The big question now is simple. Who will be the